Oh, there it is. There's my watermark telling me I need to activate Windows. Hooray! In the last video, we created an S3 bucket that would be used to just hold information. In this one, we're going to create one that's a hosted site. Nice, simple, and to the point. I even have my web code here. Let's get started. Change it to hosted 01. And let's go ahead and set our resource as AWS S3 bucket. And this one is going to be S3 hosted 01. All right, take a drink, then review. What we just did is we added the resource type for the AWS S3 bucket. I gave the bucket or the name as the project name -site. I have to set that variable. The ACL for this one is public read, which will allow anybody to view the site. The policy we applied, we actually are adding a template file, and that template file is the site policy.json, which I need to create. So we'll fill this in. Then we did a standard server-side encryption again, and then we did the website with an index document or default page of index.html and an error page of error.html. If you want, you can call this 404.html or your wrong.html. It's whatever your default error page is for your website. Oops. Why is that your only option? For mine, I'm going to just call it error.html. And then we added standard tags. For our site policy, we'll get there in a second. Let's go to the variables. I do not wish to init. And we are pretty much copying and pasting this one from the other one. So we have the variables there, and we're going to put them here. Name of the project, and I think I had that wrong in the Git repo. Environment default is change me. My region is whatever region you want. Tags, default tags, okay. And again, gonna just lift the, don't save, dev variables and put them there. The next step is we need to create our template file, and I'm using a JSON template for the policy. I've already gone through the AWS policy creation process. This is what it has. A quick step through. We're calling our SID or our SID the project name -policy. The effect is to allow. The principal is everything. So everything is allowed. The action of S3 get objects so they can view the objects, and S3 get object versions so they can get different versions of the page. The resource is AWS S3 and project name and that's the bucket name and everything under the bucket. So they won't be able to get the top level, but they'll be able to get the bucket. So they'll be able to get everything under the bucket name for the reason. The resource is the AWS S3 project name, which is the variable passed here. So they should be able to view everything under the bucket. All right, let's init. No. Init before validate. Okay. Validation test. Yes. All right, let's take a look at what we have here. The plan says we're going to create AWS S3 bucket S3-hosted1, which is correct. Then we have public read. The ARN will be known after create bucket. There's the bucket name, which is correct. Hosted site. Bucket domain we didn't set. Force destroy we didn't set. Hosted zone ID we didn't set because we want it to go to all region. The policy statement. Here's the SID of it. So that variable passed with the ARN. Here's the policy. The region will know after tags. There's the tags I set. Domain and endpoint I'm not setting, but if you have a custom domain, you'll want to set that. I could set it, but I don't want to do that just yet. And then the AES 256 encryption, versioning enabled. You know what? Let's go ahead and turn on versioning. So we went ahead and turned on versioning and the website with the error document and the index document. And one more go. Go to settings to activate Windows. I didn't think it had been that long. Versioning true. Okay. So, before we start, let's go to our console. S3. And we only have the one bucket. Terraform apply. It's taken a really long time to create. Policy malformed, invalid. So I changed the formatting of it a little bit, but it likes it now, to the point of 2 buckets. Hosted site, properties, scroll down, you'll see your static hosting site and it'll give you a generic address which you can open. I don't have anything in the bucket. It's not going to let me do anything. And here's the permissions where it gives public access. And this is the statement that was giving me a problem. And then there's the access control. Anyone in the world can access the objects in this bucket. And that's exactly what I wanted. I like all the warnings it has. And the website is available. Now I just have to put the code there. And for that, we're going to use the AWS S3 CP command, which is AWS S3 CP dot for this local directory. And I need the bucket name. Copy. S3. And we want the recursive. Switch. Nothing that I want to exclude. Send. Okay, so that copied everything up. Now if I refresh at my website, if I go back to this 404, there's the website. And this is an error page. Tells me that the wrong is forwarding to my error page. Ta-da! So anything that's not found will forward to the error page that you have specified here. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope it was at least semi-enjoyable, because this one was actually a bigger pain to do than it should have been.